Welcome everyone back to Mr. Dar Weather Updates, and today's video we're gonna do something a little bit different today that I haven't done on the channel. We're gonna do the forecast, a 10-15 day forecast that will be leading up to September. So a forecast that will be at the maximum coming from now to the 4th of September. So it will be a longer forecast and a longer video. So I'm going to predict what the weather might be like in September. Look at the pressure charts firstly. So first what we're going to do, we'll look at the Met Office website. We'll look at the surface pressure charts, just to do a short range, just the 5-day forecast, and then look at some computer models. Look at what the hurricane's doing, which is Hurricane Ernesto, and then look at some ECMWF charts on further notice on small. So, first having a look at the surface pressure chart, giving us the 5-day forecast. At the moment we have a ridge of low pressure giving over here, with a push of weather fronts that will bring us some rain and showers, mainly into Scotland. So we can see here weather front pushing into Scotland, which is going to give us that weather warning that I disclosed this morning. So if I have a look at it further into Tuesday, again we have here on our subphonic chart another weather front pushing in with some low pressure. Again, more chance of cloud and showers. And on to Wednesday, again most of the weather fronts actually, which are over here in the Scotland area. So if I actually take a picture of this, then I'll show you. So it's in the Scotland area. And at the bottom of here would be the ex-Hurricane Ernesto. So the ex-Hurricane Ernesto, which is going to give us the low pressure with the tight ice bars. So here is representing the tight ice bars. These are the weather fronts we can see here. That weather front is pushing into Scotland, giving us that heavy band of showers and rain into that area. And if we have a look at it into Thursday, another weather front pushing in with more low pressure at the very maximum 10,800 millibars. Again, more showers to come and rain to come on Thursday, worse in the northwest. Tight isobars, meaning there will be more stronger winds in the north and in the area of Scotland. Okay, so now on to the radar zoom earth on this hurricane then, which we're going to have a look at in further detail. So having a look at today, that Hurricane Ernesto has been moving further up and getting weaker because there's more high pressure. When there's more low pressure, that fuels the hurricane. So as it goes longer and further up, there is more uncertain on how strong it would be, and it more uncertain. So at the moment, we can see here on the radar in the Halifax southeast area, so not far from New York actually. Moving along, this could also bring a few weather systems in this area. I'm not quite sure where that area is though. At the moment, it is a Category 1, 85 miles per hour. And as it goes into the Atlantic towards the UK jet stream, it then enters the UK jet stream area. So firstly it gets a 60 miles per hour, then 45 and 40, just giving it just a post-tropical cyclone, nothing special. It's not that strong for 40 miles per hour. So that 40 miles per hour wind is expected to hit the UK. I don't really know if it will. Well, I think not exactly, obviously, but it will. The jet stream would be right here. That will be caught in, giving it the unsettled conditions, possibly windy and stormy, at the very maximum of 40 miles per hour, giving us that post-tropical cyclone. So that's what's happening with the hurricane. It did just leave Bermuda, and its strongest got to 100. So I looked before, it was 110, so it has decreased, getting a little bit weaker. So it was a Category 2 hurricane at the very maximum of 100, starting here as a tropical storm in the very south. Now having a look at some computer models then on this, we have different computer models. We have AppEdge, we have A7WF, GM, GFS, Navigate and ICOM. We're going to have a look at a few of these. I'm not going to have a look at all of them, but I will look at GFS in more detail in general, as this gives us more accurate, weather readings. So this shows you the pressure and surface pressure above. So what it's the air thickness really. The as it has the colours, the more close it gets to purple, the more hot it is. When it's like this, green areas mean a little bit cooler, and when you see blue, very cool. This also can be situated with the area of low pressure, is this area, and then some high pressure into the red area. And as you can see, if I just actually take a little bit of a screenshot on this, we can see on the far left that weather system there is the hurricane Ernesto. That has the tight icebergs. That's how we know it is a hurricane. The UK is here. As we saw on the graph, it will move up to where the jet stream is around here. And the jet stream will go all the way here, carrying that thing in. And then that will give us a flow of low pressure. So this is giving us, that's the low pressure. And that's the high pressure. That will give us a sweep of high pressure in, mostly in northern Scotland. These are the affected areas that will most be expected for that. So let's see what happens. So this is just valid for Monday. So if you have a look in further, it is getting closer actually. Into Tuesday, we already have a ridge of low pressure into most of the northern areas and Scotland, so an unsettled day to come on Tuesday. So if I put the precipitation on, so sorry. If I put the precipitation on, where's the precipitation? Yeah. So if I put precipitation on for Tuesday, we have got an unsettled conditions. Even today, we already have that band of rain, possibly heavy on the hills, as you can see here. So if I take another screenshot, that is the weather system of Hurricane Ernesto, and here is our weather system. That is the rain. This is going to give us a warning, so yellow weather warning. So that will push in. We've seen the weather warning for the rain, yellow weather warning. That will give us probably heavy rain mostly. This will also accumulate into Wednesday and Thursday. So that band of rain will be quite heavy on the hills. So yeah, that low pressure system is bringing the that rain, accumulated rain, into there for Monday and into Tuesday. And as you can see from the the bars there, it is getting to dark blue, so it could accumulate to 15 to 16, and then sweeping off into the North Sea. That's what it's going to be. That's the low pressure system that it is showing for there. Further into Tuesday, like I said, that low pressure system will be giving us that wet weather. On to Wednesday, hopefully a little bit more settled. Not as much of a ridge of high pressure, low pressure, sorry. So if I have a look into midday of Wednesday, is that midday? No, it's not. If I look into midday of Wednesday, we have a ridge of highish pressure, low pressure to the more north. So if I put here, putting the graph, that is where the area of low pressure is. The low pressure will be lingering to the north. The higher pressure in the south, meaning that we have a little bit of a block off. So in the more in like these areas, higher pressure with more showers involved, low pressure with more persistent rain to come into that day. So basically giving us a block off of that low pressure and high pressure systems for that. So just going back here, and then on to getting into Thursday. Let's see, Thursday midnight. As we go along, another low pressure system, which is likely to be remnants of the Hurricane Ernesto. Not covering as much, but it is covering certain areas such as Scotland and bits of Northern Ireland. So that we can see here tighter ice bars. That tighter ice bars, as you guys know, or as some of you should know, this will be giving us some strong winds. So strong winds is possible. So stronger winds in this tight ice bars. we have the millibars under the 995 millibars, so a ridge of low pressure is involved onto Thursday and Friday, looking unsettled and probably windy as well. So if I put on the wind, mostly in the wind, showing us how intense it's going to be in miles per hour. When it gets to the yellow, it will be in the 76 area. Okay, and we already have a bits of green, giving it maybe 42 in wind gusts. So this is in wind gusts. Okay. So looking into Tuesday, you can see here most of the strong winds would be in the north, and that will be pushing into Thursday as well, giving us yellow wind gusts. Let's have a look and see what the yellow is. About quite high in wind gusts. That will be moving along into a more settled condition into next week anyway. So probably giving us a few more wind gusts, high wind gusts, sorry. And then into Friday, again we still have that ridge of low pressure that is hanging around, giving us more wind and rain, etc. And quite looks like it's really wet weather in fact, because as you can see that lower pressure probably giving us more cooler air. Not as low as before, but it's still quite cool. Looking at the GPO high, and then in the remnants of Saturday, sorry, some more high pressure is involved, but not as high with the risk of showers. On to Sunday again, same as Saturday really. We've got low pressure to the north and may get more high pressure to the south. On to Monday, next Monday now, so next week. We are in a little bit of a better area in terms of pressure. 1010 meter bars. Again, risk of showers, but I don't think it will be as unsettled as it would be this week with the odd scattered shower is possible. On to Monday, that is going to be it. So on to Tuesday then. We have got quite a bit of a high pressure system. However, there is a system actually trying to push into Wednesday, a more low pressure system but the high pressure kind of wins. So if I put this back, I'll show you what's happening. We have here, this is our low pressure. This low pressure here would be mostly to the up, and the high pressure will be standing the ground over here. So more likely for next week, high pressure hopefully to end August. I'm not sure if that's true, we'll have to see. Again, that is pushing in to the north, and actually is swept away because there's a more band of high pressure to Thursday, as you can see here. Actually, a lot higher, looking like a bit of warmer weather as well, as you can see some oranges. Then going into Saturday, 31st, again, same system, a lot higher. You can see here it's over 1020, over the over to 1013 millibars, which is considered high when it's over there. So we are having a bit more of a settled week coming into September. So looking good for September for now. Again, and there's the first day of September, with most of the high pressure actually into the south, giving us more warmer weather, so high to the south here, and well, for most of the UK, in that spectrum of high pressure. So I'm just going to go back to the thing. Now looking at the second day of September, not as, high pressure, but it's still not too bad. As you can see here, getting a little bit more cooler, swept away into the east. Then on to the 3rd of September, it looks like we're having a bit more cooler temperatures, along with high pressure, so very settled indeed, with maybe some low pressure to the southeast, high pressure for once in the northeast. And then on the last day, we had on the 4th of September, cooler air is possible with high pressure into the north. In terms of temperatures in general, looking on to Tuesday, looks a lot cooler really. Getting to the yellow, probably mid to low teens at best. Mid to high teens, sorry. Probably at 20. Looking into the later this week, gets a bit warmer into... Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing there. Saturday, probably the coolest day in the summer. Most of areas are yellow, giving us probably mild air even. Lingering into 20 to 15 areas. So we're going to see temperatures in midday. It's only going to get to about temperatures of 12 to... Sorry about that. 12 to 15 into Saturday. For now. Sunday again looks quite cool for most areas. Going into next week, a bit warmer with a few more oranges, and then that gets a little bit swept away for Thursday, with the scattered cooler air into the 30th. Orange air looks a little bit warmer actually. And then getting into September, we are actually getting from the south a little bit more warmer air. Slightly, a little bit. This might jump us up to 25 to 26 at the best. It is September, it's not the warmest one at all. It is getting warmer. Cooler, sorry. And then looking into the last kind of spectrum, most of the warmer air in far north, really, as you can see here. So, a lot warmer in for September for now. I'm not sure if that's going to last, but we have to see. Now, comparing all this to the ARPEDGE, another computer model, not as long range though, just looking at the coming up to just a 5-day forecast really. Again, a dip of low pressure giving us more wind and rain, and onto Thursday as well, another dip of low pressure with tighter ice bars. You can see here what's going on, which is in the area of Scotland. Here, winds is possible, so ice bars being closely packed in with under the 13 millibar, as the 985 millibar, which is a very low pressure. And the lower the pressure, the stronger and rainier it's going to get. And that will be it for the ARPEDGE. And in terms of the ECMWF, a little bit of longer range, just coming up to Friday. Again, dip in low pressure for now, onto Tuesday. Wednesday, high pressure, and onto Thursday, a dip of low pressure with tight ice bars, and then Friday as well, probably. And looking at the GM, with a bit of a longer range, just going to the 29th. I'll just finish it off really quickly before it ends. Again, a dip in low pressure, high pressure to Wednesday, and then on to Thursday again. Tight. It doesn't show you as much tight ice bars, but it does show you the ridge of low pressure that will be sweeping into the UK, giving us that wind and rain. Again on Saturday, it looks like that most western areas, northwestern, Ireland and Scotland will be getting most of this low pressure system, where the east and the UK, England itself, will be getting some warmer, some more settled conditions over to 1030. Looking on to Wednesday, next Wednesday, just a little bit more settled actually, with areas to 1010, 1015 in the south. Right, now looking at the rain and mean sea level pressure. This is showing you the pressure and how much rain is going to be accumulative into the next coming days. And we can see a longer rating in Rutherford, which is going to sweep into the UK. Is this going to work? I thought it worked. Oh, 1 minute. Getting a bit of a technical. Oh, I guess I'd have to have it on full screen. So yeah, coming into a little bit later into the day, we will see the ridge of that low pressure sweeping in weather front. We can see here where the most heavy rain is going to be. I can see some purples, meaning that where the purples are, this is probably in Scotland. The heavier rain is possible with the weather front pushing in. So our front pushes in from the Atlantic, from the jet stream, and then giving us the most heavier rain into the Scotland, where that has that warning in place. That will be pushed into the North Sea for Tuesday, with more showers and rain to come, with some a ridge of low pressure. And then to Wednesday, a bit better for the morning. However, as you can see for Scotland, already it's getting the weather warning because it's getting bathed in some rain. Actually, this looks a bit worse than what it would be for today, because you can see here more purples, meaning they'll be more accumulative and more heavy. So areas in this area will be seeing probably 25 to 30 millimeters in local areas, so in hills, local areas where the purple is. So probably giving localized flooding as possible. So that's why that weather warning was taking place. And getting a bit worse as well. Getting a bit more widespread is this heavier rain. However, as you can see here, it's on a little bit of a ridge. So if I take a bit of a screenshot for what it would be on Wednesday, a little bit of a block off. So the weather front of rain is here, where the low pressure is, and a bit more settled conditions, mostly to the UK. So settled for the UK, for England, sorry. A bit more unsettled for Scotland. And then on to Thursday again, it will take a while to clear up. And then that weather front will slightly push into the UK a bit, but quickly easing up. With another weather system, another weather front coming on from the Atlantic, giving us some more persistent weather to the north of Scotland, more scattered showers into midnight, and a bit, maybe some more heavier rain into the far south of England. On to Saturday, going into 10-20 millibars in the south, so dry in the south, wetter in the north, where it's a bit, where the pressure is a bit lower, so giving us more chance of rain in the north, settled in the south. And another weather front coming into the 27th, pushing in with the low pressure system. Again, pushing into the Scotland. Actually, this time, for 28th, it is pushing into most of the UK this time. Then pushing out. And then on to the 29th, another weather system is awaiting on us. At the moment, staying a little bit settled with some more scattered showers for that. Now briefly looking at the wind speed, wind direction, and the pressure systems, giving us how strong the wind might be for the rest of the days. As you can see here, if I take a bit of a screenshot of this, at the moment the wind is looking like it's moving here in wind gusts, but when you're in like far north of Scotland, where the weather front is, which is here, into the Jet Street, it is around about here, so it's about into the west, giving us a bit more unsettled conditions into Sunday with that as well. And then that changes over a little bit, just the wind speed into south, and then that tighter ice bars. Just a brief look at this. I'm not looking at this in most detail, so I can move on. But where the tight ice bars here, coming in from the Atlantic, is where Scotland's going to give it. It's where the stronger winds are. Where this ex-hurricane is most likely to hit and affect the UK. So how it's going to give most UK. Right, so now we finish this, having a look at the summary and what this is going to be. So this is going to be the forecast for the 4th of September. Sorry. We can see here we are on a ridge of high pressure actually into September. So and it looks like a little bit of warmer weather as well. So thicker the atmosphere pressure, the thicker the temperatures, meaning higher pressure, high temperatures, which likely is in for most of the UK, and a bit of a cooler air awaiting into here. So we have to see what happens into the rest of the UK, into the rest of September, but mostly a bit more settled into September with a bit more warm conditions at best. But that is what it's going to be for now. Obviously, I'm not really sure because I'm not really that. I'm a bit of an amateur. I'm good at the weather forecasting and looking at models, but I might be wrong. Just have a look at see. But in general, high pressure is likely into most of the UK for the for 4th of September. I'm not sure if it's going to stay like that for the ever, but that's what we can see for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.